Imagine waking up tomorrow with a 20% higher salary. You might think your financial problems would finally disappear. But what if they didn't? What if, 6 months later, you were spending more, saving roughly the same amount, and wondering where all that extra money went? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your biggest financial problem might not be your income. It might be your brain. Your brain is designed to seek pleasure, avoid pain, choose convenience, and focus on what's happening right now. And when it comes to money, those instincts can quietly work against you. Today, we're going through 7 psychological money traps that can keep you broke, even when you're earning more. And the scary part? Most of them don't feel like bad financial decisions when you're making them. Trap 1. Your brain wants rewards now. Your brain loves immediate rewards. You work all week, you feel tired, and suddenly that new phone, expensive meal, or online purchase feels completely justified. You tell yourself, I deserve this. And maybe you do. The problem isn't buying something occasionally. The problem is when every uncomfortable emotion becomes a reason to spend money. Stress? Buy something. Bored? Order something. Bad day? Treat yourself. Good day? Celebrate with a purchase. Eventually, spending becomes emotional relief, and your brain starts associating money with instant happiness instead of long-term freedom. Saving, on the other hand, feels boring. You put $100 into an investment account and nothing exciting happens. Nobody applauds. You don't get a dopamine rush. So your brain naturally prefers the reward you can experience today over the benefit you might receive years from now. This is why becoming wealthy requires something your brain doesn't naturally enjoy: delayed gratification. The ability to say, I could buy this today, but I'd rather buy my freedom later. Trap 2. Lifestyle inflation. Imagine you earn $3,000 a month. Then you get a raise and start earning $4,000. You expect to feel richer. But suddenly, you move into a nicer apartment. You eat at better restaurants. You upgrade your phone. You subscribe to more services. You start taking more expensive vacations. And somehow, you're still struggling to save. Your income increased, but your lifestyle increased with it. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it's one of the most dangerous money traps because it doesn't feel irresponsible. You aren't necessarily buying ridiculous things. You're simply upgrading everything a little. A slightly better car, a slightly bigger apartment, a slightly more expensive lifestyle. But when every raise becomes an excuse to increase spending, your financial position barely changes. Here's the rule wealthy people understand. When your income increases, your investments don't have to stay the same. If you get a $500 raise, you don't need to spend the entire $500. Maybe $200 improves your lifestyle, but the other $300 can buy future freedom. The goal isn't to live like you're poor. It's to make sure your lifestyle doesn't consume every increase in your income. Trap 3. Social comparison. Your neighbor gets a new car. Your friend buys the latest phone. Someone on social media is showing a luxury vacation. And suddenly, your life feels smaller. You start thinking, why don't I have that? This is one of the biggest psychological traps of modern money. Because you're no longer comparing yourself with reality. You're comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. And social media makes this worse. You see the car. You don't see the loan. You see the vacation. You don't see the credit card bill. You see the designer clothes. You don't see the financial stress behind them. Trying to look wealthy can actually prevent you from becoming wealthy. Because every dollar spent proving that you're successful is a dollar that can't be used to build actual financial security. Real wealth is often invisible. A person with an old car and a large investment portfolio may be financially stronger than someone driving a luxury car with massive debt. So stop asking, how do I look richer? Start asking, how do I become financially stronger? Those are 2 completely different goals. Trap 4. The I'll start later trap. Your brain loves postponing difficult decisions. I'll start saving next month. I'll invest after I earn more. I'll deal with my debt later. I'll start budgeting when things calm down. The problem? Later keeps moving. And money has a powerful advantage: time. If you start investing early, your money has more years to potentially compound. If you wait 10 years, you haven't simply lost 10 years. You've lost the growth those 10 years could have produced. This is why your first financial goal shouldn't necessarily be becoming rich overnight. It should be becoming someone who consistently makes good financial decisions. Start small. Automate a percentage of your income. Build an emergency fund. Learn how investing works. Reduce unnecessary debt. The amount you start with matters less than building the habit. Because the person who starts with $100 and keeps going may eventually outperform the person who waits for the perfect time to start. Trap 5. Mental accounting. Your brain treats different money differently. Even though money is money, you receive a $1,000 bonus. Instead of thinking, I just received $1,000, your brain thinks, this is extra money. So you spend it. But if you earn that same $1,000 through your salary, you'd probably be more careful. This is called mental accounting. You might receive a tax refund and immediately spend it. You might receive a bonus and buy something expensive. You might get unexpected cash and treat it as free money. But there is no such thing as free money from a financial perspective. Every dollar has an opportunity cost. That $1,000 could become an investment. It could pay down expensive debt. It could strengthen your emergency fund. Or it could disappear in a weekend. The next time you receive unexpected money, pause before spending it. Ask, if this money had come from my paycheck, what would I do with it? That one question can change the decision. Trap 6. The small purchase illusion. Here's another dangerous thought. It's only $10. And you're right. One $10 purchase probably won't destroy your finances. But the problem is repetition. $10 today. $15 tomorrow. $8 the next day. $20 this weekend. Individually, they seem meaningless. Together, they can become hundreds of dollars every month. And the psychological trick is that your brain doesn't feel the pain of small purchases very strongly. That's why subscriptions, delivery fees, convenience purchases, impulse buys, and frequent snacks can quietly drain your money. You don't necessarily need to eliminate every small pleasure. Instead, identify the purchases that happen automatically. Because the biggest financial leaks aren't always the dramatic ones. Sometimes they're the tiny decisions you stop noticing. Trap 7. Confusing income with wealth. This might be the biggest trap of all. You earn more. You assume you're becoming richer. But income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what comes in. Wealth is what you keep and build. Someone earning $100,000 a year and spending $99,000 isn't necessarily building much wealth. Someone earning $60,000 and consistently saving and investing a meaningful portion of their income may be moving toward financial independence much faster. Your salary determines how much potential you have. Your habits determine what happens to that potential. That's why simply chasing a bigger paycheck isn't enough. You need a system that converts income into assets. Money comes in. Some pays for life. Some protects you. Some gets invested. And over time, those assets can potentially generate more money. That's how the cycle changes. Instead of constantly working for money, you begin building things that can work for you. The real problem. So what's the real lesson? Your brain isn't trying to make you poor. It's trying to protect you, reward you, and make life easier right now. But financial success often requires doing the opposite. Instead of instant gratification, you choose delayed gratification. Instead of comparing yourself to others, you focus on your own progress. Instead of increasing spending every time your income rises, you increase your assets. Instead of waiting for the perfect time, you start now. And instead of asking, can I afford this? Start asking, does this move me closer to the life I want? That question changes everything. Because getting rich isn't only about making more money. It's about controlling what happens to the money you already make. Your brain will always want the reward today. Your job is to teach it to value the freedom tomorrow. And once you understand that, you stop fighting your money problems one purchase at a time. You start changing the system behind them. Because sometimes, the biggest obstacle between you and wealth isn't your paycheck. It's the psychology behind your decisions. If you found this useful, subscribe to Money Secrets for more videos about the psychology of money, wealth building, and the financial habits that most people never learn.